What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're doing a quick unboxing here. You guys know the drill. Get these packages in all the time. Some come from knife companies. The majority of them come from a knife pass around, which is what I believe this one is. And so we're going to get in here. We're going to find out what knife is in here and all that good stuff. Of course, you probably already know based on the title and thumbnail. But doing the honors today, we got the Vosteed Chipmunk. We've really been kind of second carrying this knife here quite a bit. Makes a perfect fifth pocket carry. And when I'm walking out the door, if I'm thinking of something quick to toss in the pants, right, this is definitely one that I find myself going to pretty often, to say the least. This one and the mini Corgi Pop as well. So yeah, 14C28N on this one. Of course, this knife and every other knife, including the one in the box and every other knife you see in this video, will be linked down below in the description. So if you want to find out prices, availability, right, all that good stuff, all those links will be down there in the description and in the pinned comments as well. Without further ado, let's go ahead and just make a cut here. This one is coming from Nice Fast channel. Make sure to check him out if you haven't already. All right, he also has a knife company with Tempest knives as well. And let's see, hopefully I'm getting the password right on here. There we go. Haha. Bam. All right. Holy smokes. We just went through crazy unboxing here of a bunch of Reich and Ketuo knives. It looks like we have another Ketuo right here. Then we have a, yeah, this is going to be a good one. We have a Ziploc bag here with, if you know this logo, then you know what's up right there. This is the Bestech, or sorry. Well, Bestech is the OEM, I can tell you based on the casing. But this is a Tatcom knife, so we got a Ketuo and a Tatcom. Let's do the Ketuo first. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and pop it open here. And bam, here it is. What is the model name on this one? Does it say it in the box anywhere? That is strange. All right, so here we go. The Ventr Ketuo 14C28N. So this, meant to be a budget knife. This one is the Ventr, V-E-N-T-R. And yeah, what's interesting about this one was the whole linear hole opening hole back here. Not an opening hole, but just a hole in general back here, which is definitely interesting. It looks like it's a button lock as well. And it looks like we can reverse flick and thumb deploy this thing. So without further ado, here we go. Bam. All right, first impressions on this thing. All right, I'm gonna say this. Ergonomically speaking, it's kind of already calling my palm in, like all, just kind of let its way into, like, all my fingers knew exactly where to go. Like, that is a perfect handle, and ergonomics right there feel really good. I mean, that's perfectly nice and locked in right there. Full purchase with my average hands, not the biggest, not the smallest, and it definitely works. And I do notice a couple of things on the G10 here. We have a beautiful texture, diamond pattern texture on G10, which is nice. We should start seeing more of this diamond pattern texture on G10, honestly. I feel like the days of the plain G10 is like too overrated. Everything is plain G10. Like, if you're gonna do G10, make it exciting, make it interesting, right? There's also these mill lines going on the top side, on the bottom side, towards the edge here, which is also chamfered. All around, as a matter of fact, but that adds additional grip and also a pinch of personality as well to the design, which is pretty neat. All right, and let's see, jimping here, bam. Okay, a little bit of a shorter blade, so shorter blade to handle ratio, of course, because this whole section back here with the hole makes the handle look so much bigger, right? So much bigger. If the handle was only up until right there, maybe, but it definitely makes it look like you have way more handle than you do blade. And this is an interesting blade here, flat grind going on. Yes, Tanto sheep's foot. It's like a Tanto sheep's foot. We'll go with that. A sheep's foot Tanto. How about that? And it is a liner lock. And so let's see. All right, I can access the liner from here. Okay. I mean, maybe I gotta really sink my thumb in there. I'll definitely have to, come back during the review video. I'll give you more feedback on that. But it looks like without jimping, right, and not as much access from the opposite side here, it looks like you're meant to sink your thumb in there and then just push the liner out of the way. It is on ball bearing, so this action right here is pretty smooth. All right, good detent right there. Snappy. All right, good tune. And let's check the button lock here. Okay. Ooh, okay, so this is interesting. This is a button lock, liner lock. So this is nice. So notice when I push the button, I am moving the liner out of the way here. Right, so that's interesting. So this is unlike your typical plunge lock button lock. So this is a liner lock button lock. So man, you know, we've been seeing it all recently. We have the top button lock compression locks, you know, coming out, you know, more and more often now. And then we have this interesting combination here for button lock and a liner lock. So if I want to use it as a liner lock, I can. And also notice this, I didn't notice this at first. When you use the liner, you're also pushing the button in. It's all one piece. It's all part of the same, you know, it's all connected in a way. So check that out. All right, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty cool touch right there. Now, of course, to my whole issue, or I guess comment from earlier about the liner lock, I mean, I'm able to disengage, but having the button there definitely helps, right? If I just want to use the button instead. I could tell something was different. The moment I got a feel for the button lock, I'm like, wait a second, this button lock doesn't feel like basically any other button lock that I have checked out before. And also, something about the acoustics right there, right? Sounds slightly different than, you know, a typical button lock knife does. Just interesting there. And yeah, you got your tip here. You got a tanto blade, so it's straight section here. Boom, bam. That is sharp. I'm going to tell you that right now. Beautiful sort of bead blasted finish on the blade there. And then, yeah, you just got this hole back here. So excited to kind of carry this one and see what the experience is going to be like. As you guys already know, this is just an unboxing and first impressions video. Just, you know, saw me take it out of the box. So I'm getting my first impressions on it. Awesome drop shot action here. Bam. And it sounds so good. I'll tell you right now, out of all the deployment options there, ooh, they all feel so good though. It's hard to choose, right? With the nail right here, middle finger, reverse flick with the nail. Boom, that is so good. The detent does such a good job. Thumb deployment, bam. All day, every day. That feels really good too. And then with the button itself, yeah, money on every single, you know, way. And it's just interesting, right, that you can unlock in, you know, one of two ways, liner lock or button lock. So nice. Let's do some size comparisons, right, just to get a ballpark next to some of the usuals here in the channel. Here's your PM2. It's going to be a larger knife indeed. And here's your Para 3. So perhaps a little bit closer to the Para 3, although still a tiny bit shorter, right? You guys be the judge there. Take a look there for yourself. Here's the Demko AD 20.5, right? That's going to be a tad bit bigger, but not by much since, you know, the AD 20.5 is very similar to the Para 3. And here's the smaller brother, the Shark Cub. I'll tell you what, the Shark Cub is probably going to be the more comparable one for sure, right? Take a look there. Very, very comparable in size indeed. Here's the Civivi Vision FG, right? Very popular budget knife from last year. So is the Sentinel Strike from Civivi as well, right? Sentinel Strike obviously is going to be a much larger knife. The Vision FG is a large knife. I want to say this guy right here, again, I'm hoping the model name is the Ventr. We'll go with that, unless I've been mistaken this whole time. I would have put it on the screen at some point. But yeah, this is a medium knife, right? Not a small, not a large, but a medium knife in every way. And, you know, we can see it here as we compare it to, you know, some other knives also in the mix. And last but not least, here's the Vosteed Raccoon, also very popular EDC. And so is the CJRB Pyrite. All right, these are more medium to large knives. That's why they are a tad bit bigger. But again, the idea here is to give you a ballpark. If you own any of these knives, then you more or less kind of have an understanding, right, what sort of size you're working with. But that is the size comparison. Let's do some of our scientific cutting tests, shall we? We're going to cut some paper first. I'm going to use the straight edge here. Then I'll do some testing with the other edge also. All right, that what is it? 14C28N put in work. All right, very nice. All right, good stuff. You get some full slices, and this thing is plenty sharp. Might have gotten cut there for a second. What about using this edge here? Well, yes, that edge is also certainly going to cut as well, which is nice. So if you were doing any sort of utility cuts or anything like that, right, you could, you know, sort of cut with, right, that edge like that. Very, very easily, to say the least. So we know you can do paper, right? What about some cardboard? I have some everyday Amazon box single wall piece of cardboard here. Remember, when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular, but rather at an angle like that. And it's gonna look something like this. If you guys are ready, I'm ready. Here we go. All right, that's a little bit slower so you guys can see it in action. I'm gonna do it a little bit more at my pace. Yeah, I think needless to say, it is very, very sharp, and it definitely cuts cardboard very, very well. This is, you know, not the thinnest blade, but it's still pretty thin, and it gets very, very thin here behind the edge, which is also a great thing. It definitely helps the whole sliciness of the blade, without a doubt. So yeah, you guys rate it in the comments. Let me know on a scale from 1 through 10, how sharp is this guy? So I did just look it up just to confirm I had the right name this whole time. And yes, it is the Ventr, I guess. That's what it's, how I pronounce it. And I also found out this thing is 55 bones, you guys. 55 bones. There's an option with orange G10 as well. How crazy is that? I thought this would be maybe in the $70, $80 category or range. But, you know, you got a budget steel, you got budget G10 scales, right? The main thing here being the fact that it is diamond milled, and also got some jimping going on throughout it. For $55, I mean, again, I'm definitely going to be carrying this knife. I'm going to be gathering my thoughts. This is not a review video or anything like that in any way, shape, or form. You just saw me take the knife out of the box and kind of share my first impressions with you. But for 55 bones, man, this thing is making definitely a better, even better case for itself than it already was. So that is very exciting, right? Definitely has a price to match, and it will be linked down below. If you're interested in picking one up now versus later, then you can go right ahead. It does help out the channel when you use those links, but that is entirely up to you. That being said, guys, that is the Ketuo Ventr right here. So again, quick unboxing, quick first impressions video. Of course, you guys know the drill. I'm going to carry this knife here for some time, try to gather as much feedback as I possibly can, and come back to you with a comprehensive review here very, very soon, sharing with you the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything else in between, which I'm excited to carry because this thing is already getting pretty fidgety, to say the least. And whereas typically complain about other knives being like very, very sharp or what have you, on the palm, like this one, because it's rounded, it actually feels pretty comfortable in the palm right there from that perspective. So yeah, excited about this knife. Again, check it out, link down below if you're interested. Guys, if you made it to this point, you are the real MVP. If you got value out of this video, smash that like button. Also subscribe to stay up to speed with all the new knife content dropping here on the channel on a daily basis. And if you want to support the channel a step further, there's a link for Patreon down below, or you can simply support the channel right here on YouTube, where you'll have access to exclusive perks. With that in mind, guys, check out the unboxing on the Vosteed Chipmunk if you haven't already. Very, very awesome small EDC carry right there. And earlier I mentioned the top button liner lock, and that is present on my Vosteed RS Chaos premium knife right there. So check out the unboxing on that one. Also, I'll put a card on each side of your screen. Guys, I hope you really enjoyed this one. You guys take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one, either this video or this video. Peace.